like to see some more faces of these beautiful people coming to. Oh yeah. I don't know what band's getting ready to play. I don't know what time it is. I don't really care. It's just all beautiful.
Alright, you got your questions coming out. Got a little more music coming out.
420! Woo!
Alright, we got young man here, give you a little bit of talk. We are proud at High Times Magazine to have made this man our October Freedom Fighter of the Month. Right here, my hero, Darren Mcrea, a SPOKANABIS. Go get it!
So check it out. SPOKANABIS comes from the word Spokane, which is a word from my language, the Salish people. It's actually called Spokane, which is one of the bands of the Salish people. It means children of the sun. Like the plant is a child of the sun.
Thank God!
The sun produces vitamin D. It helps the plants grow. My name's Darren. I'm stepping out as vitamin D. I help the plants grow. So check it out, guys. About 3 years ago, my middle finger locked down for 6 weeks. At the end of that 3 months, I couldn't lift my arm over my left shoulder. I couldn't lift the toilet seat with one hand. At the end, I couldn't get out of bed. I had to have somebody bring me a bucket so I could piss in. The doctors tried to supply me prednisone to reduce my inflammation. It's a steroid. Cannabis is as strong as an anti-inflammatory as prednisone. They gave me methotrexate to stabilize my immune system to keep it from killing me. Marijuana is as strong as methotrexate at stabilizing your immune system. I have been clean off of drugs and alcohol for 10 years. I quit when I was 25 when my parents became foster parents. I was clean for 10 years until I got this disease. A partner of mine from the res said, you need to look at weed. I said, man, I gave that up as a kid. He said, I'd take another look. So I went to my doctor and he gave me an authorization to grow and smoke about 3.5 years ago.
Thank you.
Over on the other side, over towards Spokane. And I asked him then, where do I get my medicine? He said, that's up to you. You either got to grow it or you got to go and find it.
You gotta.
So I was doing that until this man came to me with tears in his eyes and he said, please help me. My wife is dying of cancer. She's walking around our house with a bag and she's puking in it. And she's not, the doctors have tried everything to suppress her nausea and to stimulate her appetite. He said, if you don't help me, this is our last chance. They're going to put her back in the hospital. That's the last I'll ever see of my wife. He came to me and I pushed a piece of bud across the table. I said, haven't tried this. He said, man, we're deacons in our church. I'm a Southern Baptist minister. We never been around this stuff. What do we do with it? So I slid across one of my double Perkin water pipes with an ash catcher. And I said, like this. And so, what's up, girl? That's my friend Tara right there. And they drove up from Hollywood, California. Her and her old man, Craig X, got a new book called 9021 Grow.
Yeah!
So this man, I showed him how to get his authorization from his doctor. And his doctor, he said, where do I get my medicine? He said, you either got to grow it or you got to go find it. He said, man, I'm a deacon in my church. And he gave me the rest of the story. He said, I can't go looking for it. And it takes 3 to 4 months to grow that plant. My wife will be dead in that time. So he came back to me, and I supplied him with medicine for the last 4 months. His wife lived at home. She died the last 2 weeks of her life in the hospital. At that time, I made a decision. I said it's morally unacceptable to force our sick and dying into the streets to scrounge for their medicine. So I opened up SPOKANABIS 3 years ago and to educate that we legalize medicinal marijuana in Washington State in 1998 because of you, the voters. So let's hear it for yourself. And thank you as a medical marijuana patient and all the people that I see coming to me. Like Sam Diana, who overturned a felony conviction in Spokane in 1978, proving that marijuana is as safe and effective at treating MS as any other drug. Spokane is #1 in the United States, #2 in the world for multiple sclerosis.